Right, I'm just going to make a quick video. Now, I just want to show people here. Yeah. Nothing that fucking exciting. Yeah. No, I don't have a script. Most of the time, I notice myself looking up, it's because I'm conscious of that phone now. Running out of time. So every now and then I look up, and sometimes when I'm thinking, I just sort of look like that to go into my brain. So it's not, I take the focus out of my eye and go into my brain. I don't speak with scripts. Everything I say comes from here and here, depending on what I'm talking about. I want to go over a couple of fucking things. I don't really know where I'm going with this video. There's a few places I could go and where it might end up. I just want to correct a couple of things or go over again a couple of fucking things out of the videos. Now, the last video, in the last video, I was talking about another little T from Rumfold, who was the youngest of a load of brothers. Now, he's no longer with us as well. He's no longer with us. He went, I don't even know. Basically, I haven't seen him since my cousin's funeral, and I didn't really talk to him a lot there either. So sometimes some of the people that, you know, people were dead without them actually being fucking dead. Another one quickly, another person that died that was a mate of mine. A geezer who threw himself off the fucking flats that I've talked about as well. Now, I don't claim to know him that well. I was young. But he was my mate. I used to talk to him all the fucking time. I used to walk to fucking school with him quite a lot as well. He was basically, he's a black geezer. Not that it matters. I'm just trying to set the scene for people that don't know me, don't know my town, don't know anything. I'm just setting the scene. But he was a black geezer. He was. I mean, he's four years older than I was. 4 years in school. I knew him. I'd seen him around some of the clubs and around with my best mate Dad and their group of friends. He was quite quiet. He was quiet compared to everyone else, and basically he would come and he'd come and talk to me, and I always spoke to him, and I would walk to fucking school with him. I can picture him now shouting my name, running down thing, because he was late. We were both late to go to fucking school. And I'd walk a couple of different ways. And when I walked down Rumfold, I'd bump into him and another fucking, and a black girl that he used to fucking live near. I don't know anything about his house. I don't know anything about him. I don't even know him that well compared to his mates. All I know is my experience with him, and that's all I can fucking tell. But he was a good mate of mine. As I was only young. Him and the black girl. The black girl was as a kid one of my most favourite people that I ever saw. If she doesn't make you fucking smile, there's something fucking wrong with you. She cuddled me more than fucking my own mum, much more. I spent most of my life, all I'd hear was, ah! And there's a fucking woman bombing towards me with a fucking smile like that and just grab hold of me, and she'd just walk around cuddling me. And because I want to get to this, I was lucky as a kid. I had some good people, and he was one of the good people. Now, some of the good people in my life that weren't bad, they hung around with some bad, but everybody did, because it's impossible. They're your friends, they're your family, that's where you grow up. This geezer hung around with a load of black geezers, yeah? They were in a big gang, yeah? And they jumped people, they battered a load of people, yeah? They went around jumping predominantly white people. They mashed the fuck out of my cousin, but he's someone But I don't know because I'm not there, but I'm pretty certain that he wouldn't have put the boot in. He's someone that wouldn't have put, he would have just been there because they're his mates and they're all he had. But I don't think he was someone that would have put the boot in because he was just such a fucking nice bloke or a nice boy. Now, his friend, that black girl, and my best mate's dad, cousin, a mixed race girl. They were they were lovely people, really good. Well, but they're not they weren't into fucking crime. They're not into fucking acting big or fucking hard or wanting to hurt people and do that. They were really nice people, and I would walk to school with all of them. I was his cousin, my best mate dad's cousin. She lived on my estate, so I would see her all the time. And as a proper youngster, when I was 11 years of age, I would walk to school with her quite a bit and walk to school with them quite a bit on their own and together sometimes. But they were on me as a kid. They were nothing but nice to me, nothing but fucking great to me as a kid, and they were on me. They had all the fucking, how can I put it? What's the word? Prospects. Their aim was the world. They wanted to do well at school. They were doing well at school. They studied. They would walk around with the big art folders and that. And as a kid, I wanted one of them art folders. I wanted to be a good kid, and they were on me all the fucking time. Be good. Stay out of trouble. Do this. Do that. And I would walk to school with him and home from school with him quite often, and he was on my case, not on my case, but asking me. He was just such a nice bloke, and he was full of fucking prosper and prospects going forward into the world, or at least that's what I got from him and them as well. So again, I don't know what happens behind closed doors. I don't know him. I didn't know him that well, as in he's my best mate, but I was around him enough, and he was my mate. Like I said, I was with him quite a lot as that young kid. Now, after that sort of age, then your brain changes, and then you're not listening to anyone. Now you're doing that. But they were people that I listened to. I wanted to be a good fucking kid. And they were good people and they knew that I was, ultimately you're around some people that ain't good all the time, and they were on, be good, stay out of trouble, don't go, you be good. And that's what they were like. And he would always, what your plans for the world when you leave school? What job do you want to do? Because that's what you're being educated. And a lot of people want to be good. By the time I'm 20, he's gone as well. Something from that point there, because I didn't really see, because when people leave school, everyone disappears. They go in a million different directions. I can't remember the last time I saw the black girl from school. The mixed race girl, I haven't seen her since fucking school age as well. So ultimately, important people in your life, they were quite important in my life. They were people that I loved being around, walking to school with, and they were giving me more advice than my parents. They were giving me more advice than anyone. Them three people gave me more advice to try to get through school and about trying to get jobs in the world and the prospects of the world. If you do well, be a good boy. And more than my own mum and more than my own mum. And I haven't seen these people since, because that's the way the world works. It just takes everyone away from everyone, and that's what I want to get to. Now, T's gone. T's gone. So that, like I said, I haven't spoken to. Last time I saw him was at Jodie's fucking funeral. And it weren't nothing, you know, I didn't speak to him that much. It was just, it's not a great fucking occasion, is it? But, yeah, so basically, you, the world splits everyone up from that school age, because again, you've got big groups of friends that you hang around with. The second that stops, and because you're at school together as well, but the second that stops, you're going into different jobs and you start to see less and less people, and your wages, money then separates, because some people don't work, some people do, some people are in shitter jobs, some people go to college, you know, and the money then starts to separate. Rumfold had been attacked, massively attacked. By the time I got to 16, a lot of people, well, work age, no, it weren't quite then. It was a couple of years after. It was about a year or so after 16. So there was a few years of the rave scene. Then come 16, 17, 18, that's when the people started getting onto crack and heroin. What happens is that it starts with the fucking rave scene. I need to stop a little bit. I just want to go back into the geezer who threw himself off the fucking flats. Something went wrong. What's gone wrong, I don't know. But the world has done something. Something went wrong from what I knew. Again, I don't know the person behind closed doors. I don't know. But what I know as a kid, looking up, and I want to get to this, those kids, their kids, and it was the kids, the older kids that I listened to more than the adults. Adults were lunatics and fucking complete mental patients to me as a child. And that's all I saw. That was the world I saw. The kids, the older kids, were the people that I listened to and who you should sort of listen to. So, as I was explaining the generations, it's the older generation's job to sort of look after the younger ones and train the younger ones up until it's time to get out in the big wide world. Yeah, up until a certain age, children don't leave the colony that much, because there should be a lot more animals and it should be fairly dangerous. The world is not... what they've done is kill all the animals to protect humans, when a human being should be extremely strong and be able to avoid and deal with the animals in nature. But a weak human being is petrified of a fucking dog. Anyway, something went wrong. Something's gone wrong to cause him to see no other prospects in life but to kill himself. Now, I just want to go over this again, what I was trying to say, because I was waffling. Now, the first week when I realised that the goddess was inside me, again, I don't give a fuck what anyone... I'm telling you it. I don't give a fuck whether you believe it, whether you don't. I'm not here to fucking understand you. You are a mental patient, and you will either be doing what I want you to do, or you won't be doing anything. Anyway, basically, I took my kid to his mum's, and then I was made to walk. I was made to walk for fucking miles every day, all day, every day, and then you basically collapse, wake up, and walk again. Collapse, wake up, walk, collapse, wake up, wherever you manage to get to. Outside, at night, when you're that exhausted, you would just sleep. You just go to sleep, it doesn't matter. Now, The second time, so that only lasted a week. Then everything started clicking because I was being taught about what it was and what was happening. Then I went hungry a second time. Yeah. So the first time that it was about a week. I went with no food. But that was on purpose. That was something that needed to happen because, again, I needed to be shown how hunger works. Now, when you're hungry like that, it goes down to pain. And the last thing on your brain is breeding and having sex and all of this. So, you know, that bullshit, what is in the wackos in the mental asylum's fucking head, is that when they get shown pictures of people starving and they go, oh yeah, they should stop having babies and all that. Because that's what they've done to the fucking population, is get them to come out with that and blame people starving for their own predicament. Because, again, a mental patient in the mental asylum puts no thought process into the words that come out of their mouth or the situation. Yeah? The human body would not be able to carry a baby, yeah, and give birth while it is in a state of starvation. So they weren't starving when they got pregnant. They weren't starving through the thing. Probably you might get away with lack of food, but what you are shown in the videos and that is complete fucking, you know, they're more or less dead when they're at that age. When they're at that stage, not age, stage, they are more or less dead. So when you get, oh yeah, they don't live like that. Human beings don't just live in a state of starvation, carrying on about their normal life just with less food. The reason they had no food is because they had to flee their land and crops